Hello, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where the Divine Masculine is at for this reading, their shadows, secrets, confessions, and revelations. So we're going to be going section per section. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what presents itself here. General as always, so please do take from it what makes sense for you personally. So let's start with the Twin Flame Shadows deck. This is by Mystic Moon. Taking a look at the shadows for the Divine Masculine. All right, so for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, either you are watching for a masculine who is a water sign, or you could be Divine Feminine, water sign, thinking of a particular masculine. So let's see here. We do have stagnant energy coming forward there, so maybe there's not a whole lot going on between you and your masculine right now. They made you feel secondary. Look at these cards. Excuses. Okay, maybe they were always making excuses, unable to show up for you. Part of the reason why that might be is because they just wanted to be in a superficial type connection, not really wanting to get into anything too serious or too deep. All right, so that in and of itself could be a challenge. Let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. I'm going to pull from my tarot teacher deck here. For water signs, whether you are a water sign or watching for one, let's go ahead and see what presents itself here. We're taking a look at the Divine Masculine shadows. Entertaining way too many options in love and romance. So yeah, that's why they were making you feel secondary in their life. You were not their primary concern or focus, because they could have been talking to other people. They could have been in third-party situations or just having multiple partners, not wanting to get into anything too serious. It could have just been strictly their fantasies, their sexual fantasies, and not, again, really wanting to commit. So, Divine Feminine, what I feel is once that all started playing out in that way, you could have detached. Maybe you just told this masculine that's like, look, I'm going to walk away from this one. And maybe this is just you putting yourself first for a change, just needing time for yourself to recuperate from this whole situation. This is a resting period right here, giving you time to think, and maybe allowing you to process everything that's happened, overcoming your fears and anxieties, and being able to perhaps open yourself up to the possibility of finding love again. So we do have this Five of Pentacles card right here, confirming the whole excuses card right here. So you could have broken up with this masculine. You could have left them out in the cold because they were all about the excuses. They were all about someone else and not really focusing on you. So you let them go. Look at this. You let this masculine go. You put a stop to this. You had to let him go in order to make room for better in your life, Divine Feminine. Good for you, because that's what's presenting itself here initially as far as the shadows when it comes to this masculine. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what secrets are they keeping from you. I'm going to pull from this deck by Sister Moon Tarot. This is the Moody Moon Messages Masculine Edition deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Focusing on the Divine Masculine here and their secrets. What kind of secrets are they keeping from the feminine? That they're still desiring you, that they still love you. Magnetize, desire, passion, love. They're keeping this a secret. Because, especially for those of you who did detach and walk away from your masculine, they could be really embarrassed to admit that they still care for you and desire you, especially because they could have been in and out of your life, or again, making all sorts of excuses why they couldn't be with you, especially if they were spending time with other people. So now they're lonely, isolating themselves, disconnected and alone. Also because more than likely, Divine Feminine, you isolated yourself from them. And so now they're feeling lonely because you're not there. And they know exactly why. Okay, because there were infidelities in the connection, cheating, deception, secrets. That is what we're focusing on here. But the reality of it is, they still love you. Okay? True, devoted, and loyal. And I'm guessing too, or at least I'm intuitively feeling here, that maybe they know that they have the capability of at least trying to fix this. But right now, these are all the secrets that they are holding inside them, not really wanting to disclose this, more than likely to the feminine. So let's go ahead and add to this and see what's up. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Divine Masculine, secrets. So we have a card in the reverse, which is the Six of Cups. So in the upright, it's someone who's nostalgic, thinking about you, missing you. They want a reunion. But right now it's a secret. Okay, so they don't want you to actually know that they want these things. I feel they want it, but they're almost, I can't help but feel like they're embarrassed to just express these things to you. And I'm also getting for my feminines that part of the reason why things might be stagnant between you and your masculine is because they know you've moved on. You have moved forward from where things were the last time they saw you. And maybe too, they just see you being independent, that you don't mind spending time on your own or being single, that you might actually be focusing on self-healing, growth in your own life. Look at that Ace of Pentacles, okay? So this is about manifestation. This is about a solid offer that they perhaps are wanting to give you, but right now it is a secret. They might be formulating some kind of plan to make all of these things happen, especially knowing that they're just really lonely and perhaps really miserable without the feminine. So what they're not telling you right now, Divine Feminine, is that you might have a solid offer on its way to you. And what that offer might be is that they're ready to commit. This could even lead towards marriage, or maybe they're really thinking long term in that way. This Four of Cups here is the disconnectedness that happened between the two of you. They're acknowledging that here. They know that because they were unfaithful, you couldn't trust them, they cheated, kept secrets from you, which is what we're focusing on in this section. Part of the reason why they felt the need perhaps to entertain other options, talk to other people, be with other people, is because they could have been bored in the partnership, and therefore they disconnected. But at the same time, they now realize that they could also miss the opportunity to come back together with you. So there's a lot that they're thinking about, but there's also a lot that they are not wanting to share at this point in time. What else, please, for water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Focusing on Divine Masculine secrets here. Look at this. The Divine Masculine is coming through as the Emperor. They want to be able to establish something more secure, more solid with the feminine. Perhaps ready to use this key to open up a new door of opportunity. But it's, again, that opportunity will not be there forever. They're going to have to take some sort of action to make all of this happen. This is the next card. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, they're willing to put in the work, but I feel it's going to take a little bit of time here. So Divine Feminine, this is one of my wait and see type messages from the Seven of Pentacles. You got to wait and see how this is going to go, how it's going to play out. I have a feeling here you might just be surprised with how this unfolds between you and your masculine. Just give it a little bit more time. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some confessions from the masculine. I'm going to pull from the Divine Masculine's Confessions deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. All right, let's take a look. Confessions from the masculine. All right, so let's grab some words here. I'll be calling you soon. Leave the phone on. Look at that. They want to communicate with you, Divine Feminine. Oh my God, look at this next message. I've tried to move on with others, but I can't forget about you. Yep. Thank you for loving me more than anyone ever has. I never knew anyone could love me like you. That's because they were too busy, perhaps, being in and out of superficial connections, that they didn't stay still enough or long enough to be able to appreciate the love that you did give them. I never wanted to hurt you. I'm sorry. Okay? So, if they never actually had the courage to apologize for their actions, for hurting you, it's coming through in this reading that they are sorry, that they are apologetic for how things played out and how they conducted themselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these words. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners looking to learn tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings, making it super easy to learn. The twist here that could be challenging for advanced beginners is that I've also added new oracle messages as well as new court cards. All right, so let's take a look and see, guys, what else you need to know here. Focusing on the Divine Masculine Confessions. They're going to reach out. They are going to reach out. Yep, they want to be able to manifest communication and be able to manifest this connection, offering a solid beginning, laying a much stronger foundation than what might have existed between the two of you before. They still desire you. They really do. Look at this, Divine Feminines. Okay, so the Duchess of Water is one of the new court cards in this deck, representing Divine Feminine, specifically Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. This is a water reading, water sign. So as you can see, I've tried to move on with others, but I can't forget about you. This represents you, Divine Feminine. They can't forget you. You're one of a kind. You're very unique. The Duchess of Water is someone who's very intuitive. So maybe there's a part of your intuition, your energies that are picking up off of that. But here's the thing with the Duchess of Water. You want to stay away from drama. You don't want anything to have to do with drama that this masculine had gotten themselves entangled in. And if they want to come towards you, they can't be bringing all of that drama towards you. Let's grab a couple more messages here. We have the Baroness of Fire now coming through. Okay, so we've got two feminine energies right next to each other, which for me can possibly represent the third party situation. Because the Baroness of Fire represents Divine Feminine, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or my feminines tuning in. If you happen to have both water and fire in your chart, this could all be about you. And your masculine letting you know, thank you for loving me more than anyone ever has. And we do have cycles that are completing with that World card. Okay, I never wanted to hurt you. I'm sorry. Part of the cycle that needs to end has a lot to do with the past. And I'm really happy to see this because they're ready to look ahead. They don't want to keep focusing on the past and what happened and how things ultimately played out between the two of you, which was very hurtful perhaps. So if you're able to find it in your heart, Divine Feminine, to at least be open to the possibility of interacting, talking with your masculine, not even necessarily talking about a reunion just yet. It might end up in that direction, but I feel initially you guys just have to start slow and just have that conversation to see where this is all going to go. This is what's coming through as their confession. They're ready to close one chapter to allow that cycle to complete in order to open up a new cycle. And that is perhaps what this key is all about. Because they want to be able to devote themselves to you. Maybe they didn't realize that until you guys had gone into separation. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional insight focused on revelations from the Divine Masculine. I'm going to pull from this deck by Fire Witch Tarot, Divine Masculine Within My Head. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Revelations from the Masculine. I'm just so stressed about everything in my life. Shit hasn't been easy. No, it hasn't. But then again, you know, I kind of feel they only have themselves to blame. They created the drama. Now they have to deal with it. Look at that. Why can't you just trust me again? And I mean, obviously, based off of what is presented itself here in this reading, we know why. Because they created situations where you could not trust them. And therefore, it's going to take time, which is why the whole reference to the wait and see how this goes, they're going to have patience. Of course, they want things to go their way. But of course, there's no guarantee that that will happen. And then we have, I see myself going places with you. You know, they want to be able to obviously get back together, rebuild the connection, so you guys can possibly build a future together. Ooh, but look at this next message. And I mean, obviously, take this only if it applies for you and what you're feeling, Divine Feminine. It does say your soul is so beautiful. Thank you for forgiving me. If you're not ready to forgive, then, you know, this might not apply to you. But your masculine certainly wanting forgiveness. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again. I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher this time. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So here we go. We have stressed out masculines, those that want to be trusted again, but you know, they're going to have to earn that trust. Yeah, they want things to go their way, but they're going to have to earn it. They still see themselves with you. They're thinking about you, missing you, feeling nostalgic. Okay? They know that they have to make better decisions. Because if they make the wrong choice, then they're going to regress and end up not being with you. Okay? So there are choices that they need to make here, and perhaps this is testing your masculine at this point in time, Divine Feminine. If they want to be able to make progress for you guys to move forward, then they better make the right choice. You know, it's almost as if they're at a crossroads. One choice will lead them away from you and one choice will lead them towards you. And they're going to have to make that decision for themselves. But at the same time, they're super restless. You know, they want things to go their way. But in order for that to happen, they're going to have to make the right decision. Okay? They can't go back to what was. Otherwise, you guys are going to end up back at square one. And clearly, with that Ten of Swords, you had a very painful breakup. The relationship fell apart because of all of the drama that they got themselves entangled in by entertaining way too many options, opportunities with all of the wrong people. So here we are again with that World card. Okay, that cycle needs to complete. It really does. And I feel when it comes to your masculine, they now recognize this. In order to be successful in this connection for the two of you, something has to give, something has to change. Otherwise, it's not going to be successful long term, you know? And they recognize that here. So if you're open to forgiveness, Divine Feminine, then maybe this has a fighting chance of working. All right, so that's what's coming through from the revelations portion of this reading. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue cards here. I'm going to go ahead and grab some messages from my Heart Space Oracle. Let's start with that. Let's see what this masculine needs to express here. Angels and spirit guides, please. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, divine masculine. What do they want to say right now? If it's meant to be, again, life will find a way. Okay? So that's a good outlook when it comes to this masculine. For sure. Just trusting if it's meant to be, it will be. Look at this. I heard you loud and clear. The last time you guys spoke, you might have, you could have been arguing, you could have raised your voice to your masculine, and they're telling you here, whatever it was that you said to them the last time you spoke, they heard you. And maybe you needed to almost scream at this masculine for them to understand and know where you were coming from. What else, please? For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I just want you to take me in your arms and hold me for an eternity. That could be the other way around too. Maybe that's, you know, something that you have been desiring from your masculine, but they just didn't show up for you the way you needed them to before. Look at the bottom of the deck. We have I love you. Okay. I mean, it has come through in this reading that they still care for you, that they still have love in their heart for you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional dialogue. I'm going to pull from my Thinking Man Oracle Volume 2 here. All right, so let's see what else from the Divine Masculine. What it is that they need to say at this point in time. Look at this. I feel this has already happened, that very painful ending. This could have even been something that you said to your masculine divine feminines. It's the end of the road for us. You know, no regrets. But for some of you, maybe that is a part of the reality, and maybe you don't want to revisit this partnership, which is totally up to you. And maybe finally this masculine gets it, that it's the end of the road, and that at the end of the day, they might have really screwed up. Let me be your Prince Charming, okay? They still want to be your Prince Charming, Divine Feminine. My heart can't even beat right without you in my life. I literally feel it breaking every moment you're away from me. All right, so there's a lot of heartfelt messages coming through here, but some challenging ones, obviously, also coming through. All right, so let's wrap it up with some final dialogue from the masculine. I'm going to pull from my Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, so some final words from the masculine to the feminine. I love saying your name. Okay? Something about just being able to say your name makes them happy. It uplifts them. I can't imagine my life without you here loving me. Okay, clearly they're coming through letting you know I love you. Wow, and look at the bottom of the deck. I love you more than you could ever comprehend. Well, you know, they're going to have to really prove themselves this time. Yeah, it's one thing to just say that you love somebody here, especially with this masculine coming through with these words, but I feel at this point in time, Divine Feminines, you really need them to show up. You really need them to not just say these words, but to be able to back that up with their actions. That's what it's going to boil down to. Okay, so if you're so inclined, maybe give this a little bit more time, and as I've mentioned, just wait and see how it goes. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. If you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys as always, and I'll see you next time.